Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Shan, and so if you're like me and you've been using the 2016 MacBook Pro, you'd actually have also faced the issues of the butterfly switches on these MacBook Pros. So for those of you who don't know, Apple shipped these butterfly key switches with the old 2016/2017 era MacBook Pros, and those keyboards tended to have a lot of really ridiculous issues. Like for example, you'll get double clicking when you just get once, you get sticky keys, and just loads and loads of issues from lots of different people. And then after, a lot of people complained about it, and then Apple had to release a replacement program for all of that 2016, 2017-ish Mac Pros, where they had to replace the keyboards for free of charge. So if you're like me, then you've probably used the butterfly key switches before, and you probably have a distaste or an absolute hate of them, very similar to what I do. And so if you've ever looked for a mechanical keyboard that could potentially fit on your MacBook Pro or be portable enough to follow you everywhere you bring your laptop to, and comes with like full RGB lighting, then boy do I have the product for you. I mean, we all absolutely hate the MacBook Pro keyboards, and so I've been in the market for trying to find a mechanical keyboard that could fill up that hole. Something that I could just throw on my backpack and just bring anywhere I need to go to work. And I think I found it, and that's what I'm going to be talking to you about in this video. I'm going to be talking to you about how to become more productive with the Nuphy Nutype F1. This is it. This is the Nuphy Nutype F1. The Nuphy Nutype F1 is so awesome, and that's the reason I'm making this video, is just to talk about how awesome it is. I'll be going over some of its most impressive features, maybe some of its drawbacks as well, and I'm just going to be running you through how I use this on a super regular basis to boost my productivity on my MacBook Pro. So if you look at the Nuphy Nutype F1, the first thing you notice is actually how low profile it is. I mean, look at that cut. It's so sleek and flat, and that's because they use these kale red low profile switches. In my case I have the red, but there are also other options that you can explore. So that's what makes this such a portable keyboard, because it's so small. It's a 60% format mechanical keyboard that you could just shove in your bag and carry around anywhere you need to go. And that's what drew me to this, because I needed a keyboard that was going to work for me at home and on my desktop, and also when I had to go out and do work at my office or at a cafe. So the second thing I want to talk about with regards to the Nuphy Nutype F1 is actually about the colors. They come in with RGB LED backlit. It's a full RGB LED backlit mechanical keyboard, and it comes with a ton of adjustable colors that I can just cycle through really quickly. And these colors, I mean, they look damn cool. Whether it's on your desk or whether you're out working at a cafe, or in the office, this is a great way to attract a pair of eyes, because you're on your MacBook Pro and you're using, a fully mechanical keyboard, and it's just super cool. So how does this actually work with your MacBook Pro? Well, the way that it works, if you look at the back of the Nuphy Nutype F1, it comes with these keys, and these keys actually let it sit on top of the MacBook Pro without pressing any of the underlying butterfly key switches. And this is how you use it on a on the go basis, where you're just moving around with it. You can just put it right on top of your MacBook keyboard, and then you can just type on it, and you get the full amazing mechanical keyboard typing experience. You don't have to deal with any of the butterfly key switch trash that you normally have to deal with. The Nuphy Nutype F1 is actually also built incredibly well. I mean, this is constructed out of metal, and the back plate, like a really cool touch that they added, is this signed metal back plate that's etched. And it's these little sort of bits of like detail that go into the construction of this that make it just feel like a premium product. And I mean, you do pay $109 USD for something like this. It will cost you $109 USD, but I think it's super worth, and the build quality definitely matches up to what I pay for it, and it's an incredible booster for my productivity already, and it just helps that it looks super awesome with the neat orange trim on it. So if you haven't noticed already, the Nuphy Nutype F1 is a Bluetooth wireless keyboard. There are no wires. There is the USB Type-C port for you to charge it. You can also use it in wired mode if you want to, or if you're charging your keyboard and you just need to use it while you're charging it. They actually do provide a small Type-C to Type-C cable that lets you sit the keyboard right on top of your MacBook Pro and then plug in the charger, and it just charges while you're working, which is fantastic, and you never have to worry about running out of battery life and not being able to work. But on the most part, it does come with a wireless setting with Bluetooth, and it can pair up to 3 devices. Now, this is where Nuphy's thought process into the design of this product really goes through. So it allows you to bind to up to 3 devices. So for example, the first device could be bound to your laptop, the second device could be bound to your iPad, the third device could be bound to your phone, and you could just switch between them seamlessly, similar to some of the Logitech products that already exist on the market. The Logitech keyboards have a very similar functionality. I'm so glad that this has it, because this means that I could use this to also replace a trashy Apple iPad keyboard. The iPad keyboard, if you don't know, actually looks like trash. I mean, take a look. If you take a look at the iPad keyboard folio, smart folio that they sell, it comes with these super low treble mushy keys that I normally have to use to type on my iPad. But since I can bind my Nuphy Nutype straight to my iPad, I can just use this to type instead of this. Now that I can use this with my iPad, you might wonder, well, how do I do that? How do I use my keyboard with my MacBook and my iPad? What's my flow like? Now, the Nuphy Nutype F1 actually comes with these really cool carrying case. So this is the Nuphy Nutype carrying case, and this acts as to protect. It comes with magnets, so the Nuphy Nutype keyboard itself can just magnetically attach to the bottom of the carrying case, and then voila, like you can bring this around anywhere, like throw it in a bag, like it will protect your keyboard from being scratched or being bumped or from the keys getting ripped out. This carrying case is such a good touch to the product, and it's not even over yet. You can actually convert this carrying case into a stand for your iPad. So you can imagine that if you're going to a cafe and you just want to do some work on your iPad, you just whip out your keyboard, you put it in the iPad stand mode, and then you just take a normal iPad and you just stack it on top. And this will just stand. So yeah, like it's those little design touches that make the Nuphy Nutype just a brilliant keyboard to be working with and to be productive with, because it comes with all these like multi-purpose tools that you can use for various different tasks that you might need to use them for. So when I get up and go for my internship every morning, I just throw this in my bag, I throw my iPad in my bag, I throw my MacBook in my bag, and then I just go. And it doesn't even weigh that much. This weighs about 150 grams all in, without the case included. And I mean, it's super low profile again, so this just fits in my bag really well compared to carrying like a full-size mechanical keyboard. The 60% form factor makes this super ideal for carrying around wherever you want to go. So I do have KO low profile red switches on this keyboard, and that's just because I love linear switches. They feel really good when you're typing on them, and I don't really like the sound of the tactile bump on browns, for example, where you get the click halfway through. No, I prefer my switches to be entirely linear, and I mean, we'll put in a sound test right around now. And you'll be able to hear the keyboard just what it sounds like for my red switches. And yeah, I think that the reds are really good. They also come with two more options, the browns and the whites. So you can take your pick. If you prefer a brown sort of profile for your mechanical keys, then you can just go ahead and pick the options that you want, and they don't cost extra. All of them cost the same. The keyboard also comes in 2 colors. You have the black with the orange trim. It also comes in silver, which has a more of a white theme to it. And they do also sell limited edition or special colored versions of these, but those cost a bit more money. I think it's $10 more than what it already costed, $10 to $20 more. I guess another question that everyone would have is, how does this affect your productivity? Well, Normally when I'm typing on my butterfly switches on my MacBook Pro, I have a typing speed of about 70, 80 words per minute. On my Nuphy Nutype, I can go up to 90 words per minute. I know that that's not much of a difference. Actually, people find that sometimes they can type faster on the butterfly switches on the MacBook Pro because of the lower travel. But I think in terms of accuracy and whether you can type without looking down at your keys and how good they feel, how ergonomic they feel, the mechanical keyboards like the Nuphy Nutype definitely win out. I mean, the typing experience of the butterfly switches is just not great. It's just not very nice for you to type on it. So yeah, I think if you're in the market for a mechanical keyboard to go with your MacBook Pro, I have never, or if you're also like a really big Apple fanboy and you also own an iPad and all the other Apple ecosystem stuff, this keyboard just fits in with that ecosystem so well that I think you should get it, especially if you're having trouble typing on the butterfly switches on your MacBook Pro, 2016 ones. If you don't have the 2016 MacBook Pros, you have the newer ones, I would still say check it out, especially if you're looking for a mechanical keyboard that's super portable, because the Nuphy Nutype F1 is extremely portable and extremely easy to carry around. I've been carrying it around with me for the last month now, and really it's been a joy to use with my iPad and my MacBook. So that's it for this video. This is my review of the Nuphy Nutype F1 and how it boosts my productivity. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more of me and my stupid videos, please subscribe. I don't know if you can notice, but we're using a better mic now, and hopefully the lighting at this angle is slightly better for everyone. I'm trying to improve my videography skills bit by bit, improving my editing and my thumbnail skills as well. So as I go along making more and more videos, hopefully the video quality does go up. And if it goes down, please leave me a comment and tell me what else I could be doing differently. I'd love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.